the internet's most inspirational podcast. Every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. Ghana, the great Ga people. HOMOWO Festival, Harvest Festival, triumph over hunger and adversity. The origins of the Ga people. The Ga people belong to the GaDangme group of Ka people who inhabit the greater Accra region of present-day Ghana. The Ka people of Africa include the GaDangme, Kui, Fanti, Akim, Ashanti, and others. According to some legends, Ga people migrated from Nigeria, others that they were part of Israel that migrated southwards through present-day Uganda, then along the Congo River, westward through Cameroons, Nigeria, Benin, Togo, and finally to Greater Accra. Given that Africans had roamed the continent for thousands of years, and that such migrations might have been northward, southward, eastward, or westward, the origin of any group of people in Africa may be uncertain. Any African might relatively originated from anywhere in Africa. The cited origins might well be that it could be remembered about the recent past and not the ultimate origins. For example, the Wolof name for a king is Fari, which is very similar to the word Pharaoh of ancient Egypt, and may point to the Egyptian heritage of the Wolof in West Africa. The origins of the Ga people. The Egyptian word for the highest god and the righteous father was Ra, and the Setswana word for father is also Ra. It is therefore not surprising that among the Ga people, those at Ngleshie claim to have migrated from a town called Boma on the shores of the Congo River. Those at Blade from Boni Island off the coast of Nigeria, and those from Ngleshie from Benin City in eastern Nigeria. Ghana. His Royal Majesty King Tsotsoo II. A ceremony in the capital on Saturday, May the 9th, 2020, marked the completion of the installation process for a new Ga Mansi, with Dr. Kevin Tiaki Abia Tiaki being officially outdoors as king. This event followed a 16-year dispute amongst various factions claiming the throne, which often resulted in tension and conflict. King Tsotsoo II leadership has upheld the traditions, culture of the Ga people while navigating the complexities of modern governance and developments. His coronation conducted with traditional pomp by the Ga Paramount Stool Diasifo, Kingmaker, and other traditional leaders adhered strictly to the customary and traditional requirements. As Ga Mansi, his role extends beyond symbolic cultural heritage. It serves as a pivotal point for community leadership and representation. King Tsotsoo II is anticipated to be a beacon of progress, melding tradition and modernity to foster development and unity amongst the Ga people. Ghana, Her Royal Majesty Manye Dr. Na Affipong Tsotsoo IV, Paramount Queen Ngleshie, an entrepreneur, an advocate, educator, and community leader from the Ga tribe of Greater Accra region of Ghana. specifically Ngleshie and that traditional area. Her traditional title is HOMOWO Manye, which literally means kingmaker, queen. She is the patron of the HOMOWO Community Library Project, a project that provides books to poor communities in Ghana, helping children to learn to read while educating adults and children alike on sexual abuse and running the 10 Talent National Skill-Based Learning Initiatives. She believes education is one of the most important things in life and has dedicated her time, experience and financial position to ensure those who are underprivileged benefits from her knowledge. Her Royal Highness Manye Dr. Na Affipong TC IV, Paramount Queen Ngleshie, will host the Grand HOMOWO UK Festival in 2024 on the 26th of October 2024, Borough Hall, Royal Hill, London, SE10 8RD. Ghana, Grand HOMOWO Festival. The HOMOWO is derived from two Ga words, Homo meaning hunger and wo meaning to hoot at, hence the name hooting at hunger. HOMOWO recounts the migration of the Ga and reveals their cultural success in their new settlements. According to the Ga oral tradition, a severe famine broke out amongst the people during their migration to present-day Accra. HOMOWO, which is celebrated annually between August and September, is to commemorate that day when hunger was defeated, hooted at and ridiculed. This harvest festival is celebrated by the Ga people from the Greater Accra region of Ghana. It begins with the sowing of millet by the traditional priest in May. After this, 30-day ban on drumming is imposed on the land by the priest. The festival is highlighted at varying times by different quarters of the Ga tribe. The Ga Ngleshie group of the tribe will celebrate theirs a little later. Ghana Grand HOMOWO Festival. The Ga marks a celebration for overcoming starvation. Every year, HOMOWO is celebrated between August and September. When getting prepared for the HOMOWO, each month is important. In May, they start planting crops since it's the rainy season. And then in June, they begin a ritual called GaDangme, which means locking the way. During the June day, they play music for the crops to grow with no troubles. After this ritual, there will be another ritual following it. There will be another following that ritual. For example, a ritual to calm the seas called GaDangme. HOMOWO is a ritual that is dressed directly for the ancestors. The arriving week before HOMOWO is the Friday used to remember those who have passed away during the year. On the morning of HOMOWO, the women wake up early to prepare the dishes. Two main dishes eaten these days are kapoi and palm nut soup. When it is time to eat, men will eat first, then women. Ghana Grand HOMOWO Festival. Kipoi is a kind of food eaten by the Ga of Ghana during the celebration of HOMOWO Festival, which is to hoot at hunger. It is prepared with the primary ingredients of steamed and fermented corn meal, palm nut soup, and smoked fish. Kente clothing, The clothing that the Ga wear are traditional weaving that are worn on special occasions. Kente cloths used to be only worn on happy occasions, but today Kente cloths are worn for almost every occasion, weddings, funerals and religious worships. They would make beads and wear them as accessories, red being the key colour. Ghana, the great Ga people. HOMOWO Festival. Her Royal Majesty Manye Dr. Na Affipong Tsotsoo IV, Paramount Queen Ngleshie, will host the Grand HOMOWO UK Festival 2024 on the 26th of October 2024, Borough Hall, Royal Hill, London, SE10 8RD. Ghana Grand HOMOWO Festival. To buy tickets, go to website www.grandhomowouk.com. Repeat, www.grandhomowouk.com. 26th of October 2024, or call mobile 07510 58785 or 07786 235 538. The Motivator Show. Success is ours for the taking. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Press the like button and don't forget to leave a comment. Follow us on Facebook. Give us the thumbs up and share with your family and friends. We are also on Instagram and TikTok. Follow us there too. You can listen to us on Galaxy Affipong.net and also Mixcloud too. The Motivator Show. The internet's most inspirational podcast. Every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 a.m. Ghana, the great Ga people. HOMOWO Festival, Harvest Festival. Triumph over hunger and adversity. The origins of the Ga people. The Ga people belong to the GaDangme group of Ka people who inhabit the greater Accra region of present-day Ghana. The Ka people of Africa include the GaDangme, Kiwi, Fanti, Akim, Ashanti and others. According to some legends, Ga people migrated from Nigeria, others that they were part of Israel that migrated southwards through present-day Uganda, then along the Congo River, westward through Cameroon, Nigeria, Benin, Togo, and finally to Greater Accra. Given that Africans had roamed the continent for thousands of years, and that such migrations might have been northward, southward, eastward, or westward. The origin of any group of people in Africa may be uncertain. Any African might relatively originated from anywhere in Africa. The cited origins might well be that it could be remembered about the recent past and not the ultimate origins. For example, the Wolof name for a king is Fari, which is very similar to the word pharaoh of ancient Egypt, and may point to the Egyptian heritage of the Wolof in West Africa. The origins of the Ga people. The Egyptian word for the highest god and the righteous father was Ra, and the Setswana word for father is also Ra. It is therefore not surprising that among the Ga people, those at Ngleshie claim to have migrated from a town called Boma on the shores of the Congo River. Those at Blade from Boni Island off the coast of Nigeria, and those from Ngleshie from Benin City in eastern Nigeria. Ghana. His Royal Majesty King Tsotsoo II. A ceremony in the capital on Saturday, May the 9th, 2020, marked the completion of the installation process for a new GaDangme, with Dr. Kevin Tiaki Abia Tiaki being officially outdoors as king. This event followed a 16-year dispute amongst various factions claiming the throne, which often resulted in tension and conflict. King Tsotsoo II leadership has upheld the traditions, culture of the Ga people while navigating the complexities of modern governance and developments. His coronation conducted with traditional pomp by the Ga Paramount Stool Diasifo, Kingmaker, and other traditional leaders adhered strictly to the customary and traditional requirements. As GaDangme, its role extends beyond symbolic cultural heritage. It serves as a pivotal point for community leadership and representation. King Tsotsoo II is anticipated to be a beacon of progress, melding tradition and modernity to foster development and unity amongst the Ga people. Ghana, Her Royal Majesty Manye Dr. Affipong Tsotsoo IV, Paramount Queen Ngleshie, an entrepreneur, an advocate, educator, and community leader from the Ga tribe of Greater Accra region of Ghana, specifically Ngleshie and that traditional area. Her traditional title is Amo Diasi Manye, which literally means Kingmaker, Queen. She is the patron of the HOMOWO Community Library Project, a project that provides books to poor communities in Ghana, helping children to learn to read while educating adults and children alike on sexual abuse and running the 10 Talent National Skill-Based Learning Initiatives. She believes education is one of the most important things in life and has dedicated her time, experience, and financial position to ensure those who are underprivileged benefits from her knowledge. Her Royal Highness Manye Dr. Affipong Tsotsoo IV, Paramount Queen Ngleshie, will host the Grand HOMOWO UK Festival in 2024 on the 26th of October 2024, Borough Hall, Royal Hill, London, SE10 8RD. Ghana, Grand HOMOWO Festival. The HOMOWO is derived from two Ga words. Homo meaning hunger, and wo, meaning to hoot at, hence the name hooting at hunger. HOMOWO recounts the migration of the Ga and reveals their cultural success in their new settlements. According to the Ga oral tradition, a severe famine broke out amongst the people during their migration to present-day Accra. HOMOWO, which is celebrated annually between August and September, is to commemorate that day when hunger was defeated, hooted at, and ridiculed. This harvest festival is celebrated by the Ga people from the Greater Accra region of Ghana. It begins with the sowing of millet by the traditional priest in May. After this, 30-day ban on drumming is imposed on the land by the priest. The festival is highlighted at varying times by different quarters of the Ga tribe. The Ga Ngleshie group of the tribe will celebrate theirs a little later. Ghana Grand HOMOWO Festival. The Ga marks a celebration for overcoming starvation. Every year, HOMOWO is celebrated between August and September. When getting prepared for the HOMOWO, each month is important. In May, they start planting crops since it's the rainy season. And then in June, they begin a ritual called GaDangme, which means locking the way. During the June day, they play music for the crops to grow with no troubles. After this ritual, there will be another ritual following it. There will be another following that ritual. For example, a ritual to calm the seas called GaDangme. HOMOWO is a ritual that is addressed directly for the ancestors. The arriving week before HOMOWO is the Friday used to remember those who had passed away during the year. On the morning of HOMOWO, the women wake up early to prepare the dishes. Two main dishes eaten these days are kapoi and palm nut soup. When it is time to eat, men will eat first, then women. Ghana Grand HOMOWO Festival. Kipoi is a kind of food eaten by the Ga of Ghana during the celebration of HOMOWO Festival, which is to hoot at hunger. It is prepared with the primary ingredients of steamed and fermented corn meal, palm nut soup, and smoked fish. Kente clothing. The clothing that the Ga wear are traditional weaving that are worn on special occasions. Kente cloths used to be only worn on happy occasions, but today Kente cloths are worn for almost every occasion, weddings, funerals, and religious worships. They would make beads and wear them as accessories, red being the key color. Ghana, the great Ga people. HOMOWO Festival. Her Royal Majesty Manye Dr. Na Affipong Tsotsoo IV, Paramount Queen Ngleshie, will host the Grand HOMOWO UK Festival 2024 on the 26th of October 2024, Borough Hall, Royal Hill, London, SE10 8RD. Ghana Grand HOMOWO Festival. To buy tickets, go to website www.grandhomowouk.com. Repeat, www.grandhomowouk.com. 26th of October 2024. Or call mobile 07510 58785 or 07786 235 538. All right, it's the motivator here. This is where we translate our words into action and where success is ours for the taking. How are you feeling, people? How you feeling? Well, I'm feeling fantastic. I let that play. Was it informative? Rich culture? Yes. We're going to hear from the leaders of the Ga people of Ghana. Those who are here and in Ghana. We're going to hear from them today. Wow, what a rich history, huh? It's going to be a truly inspirational experience. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. Right, now I'm going to go right into this because there's so much to do this morning. But before I begin, I want to give a big thumbs up to the management of Galaxy at Fiwi.net, an inspirational radio station or digital radio station, as we could correctly call them these days. I want to give a big thumbs up, a note, of course, 40 years in transmitting to the people. Here we are, give my big thumbs up. There you are. You see my thumbs up? There you are. Thumbs up. In fact, I want to give them my the fireworks. Give them the fireworks. Here comes the fireworks. You see the fireworks? Yeah, the fireworks. 40 years. I look forward to another 40 years, and I'll be around, he says, in 40 years' time. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to come to that in a moment as well. Well done, Galaxy@Fiwi.net, and of course to Nana Pakamba, the visionary leader who's ensured that has happened. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I think you all agree that this year I've had a series of truly inspirational guests, and today's guest will be no different. But I want to give another thumbs up to my more recent guests. Yeah? Amamadou, yes? Oh, yeah? Of the Gula Geechee people in the US. Clear links with Sierra Leone and Angola. Yeah? Let's give a big applause to the Gula people. Let's give them an applause. Yeah? Yeah, yeah. I want to give a big applause. Every applause. Yeah, applaud them. Yeah, it's a testament of the diversity. It's a testament that despite all evils and language, that they are alive and well and functioning. Long may they continue as such. Long may they continue as such. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And my previous guest on the previous Saturday, of course, a big thumbs up. I wasn't able to do it last time. A big thumbs up to that wonderful, inspired organization called Elevated Minds. Yeah. I'm going to put the details up in a moment. I just want you to remember that with such organizations, such people, we cannot lose. So it's important for you to give your support to those organizations. In fact, before I get to that, I'm going to first of all remind you where you can see and hear this transmission, this podcast, this digital radio program. Oh, yeah. Put it on the screen. There we go. I'll put it on the screen. So the Motivator Show goes out live via YouTube. The Motivator Show goes out live via Facebook. The Motivator Show goes out live via Mixcloud. The Motivator Show is going out live via Instagram right now. An excerpt, of course, will go out via TikTok. Oh yeah. We'll add to these platforms very, very soon. So watch and hear this space. Oh, yeah. And please spread the word, spread the links, ensure your friends, your family, your network are aware of the Motivator Show. Yeah. This is where we translate words into action. The internet most inspirational podcast. Yes, yes, yes. Affirmation. positive affirmation. We're not downcast. We're not beaten. We are affirming ourselves here in these podcasts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But before I get to the other part, which is the lifestyle messages, I want to give a further thumbs up to an organization I want you all to support. That organization, of course, is the National Association of Black Supplementary Schools. Yep, these are facilities organized and support the next generation. Yep. You may not call it a school, you may call it an after-school project or after-school club. It could be a cultural center, but it's designed to support our children so they're fully absorbed in culture, yep, their traditions, their history. A vital organization. You run one of those organizations, ensure it's registered with the National Association of Black Supplementary Schools. Their website address is www.nabss.org.uk, or you can email the Inspired Brother Neil on info@nabss.org.uk, or call him. You won't mind the call on 07958 348 558. Connect. If you run a facility that supports young people, please ensure it's registered with this organization so the parents and guardians can find where you are. Oh, yeah. Vitally important. Networking is important. Distributing information is an important part of who we are as adults to ensure the next generation is well prepared. And my last quick announcement, and the others will come later on. I want to remind you of that great country of Nigeria, which is going through turmoil and is preparing itself for reconfiguration. And of course, an organization which I want to recognize and give a big shout out to Ndidi Iwechu. I hope you're well, Ndidi. I hope you're well. Give a recognition to Nina. Let me put them on the screen now. I want to give you. They want to achieve peace so we can create prosperity for all Nigerians, whatever you call yourself after the reconfiguration. So, to enjoin with those who seek to create peace so we can create prosperity for all Nigerians. Contact the NINAS Secretariat. Their website address is NINAS Voice. That's www.NINASVOICE.org. NINASVoice.org. Contact them, an excellent organization. Want to create peace or prosperity for all Nigerians? You can email them at info@ninasvoice.org or telephone Nigeria plus 234 912 1551. I commend the NINAS organization to you. Want to achieve peace so we can create prosperity for all Nigerians. Long may that continue. And my last quick announcement is, of course, in recognition that this is no longer in the national or international press, the effects of Hurricane Beryl on Caribbean islands and specifically on Grenada and Jamaica. Okay, I urge you, if you haven't given some contribution to help rebuild those communities, I urge you to do so. It's on the screen there. Please give generously. The People's National Party UK, yeah, which is very much a party that is designed to support the interests of Jamaicans and Caribbeans and, of course, promote social activities as well. Devoted, to, of course, to support the communities in the Caribbean. So to give to this organization is NatWest Bank, sort code 600802, account number 2986123. And if you're making a transfer, in the reference you should read DRF Beryl. Yep. So it's clear that what it is intended, and it will, every last cent will get to the people. Be assured. Otherwise, I would not give promotion to it. I can assure you. Be assured. I commend the People's National Party UK to you all. Wow. There you are. Now it's time for the most crucial lifestyle messages. Many of you will be aware I give out these messages every Saturday in recognition that there is a health crisis amongst the African peoples, particularly here in Britain, Europe, the Caribbean, and the Americas, specifically, without a shadow of a doubt. Levels of obesity, hypertension, diabetes, and other ailments are pervading our communities at levels way above the norm. But this is an issue that we can address by empowering ourselves towards change. I commend to you these messages, but if in doubt, ask questions. Listen on, listen on, listen on. The Motivator Show. Success is ours for the taking. Lifestyle messages. We ask that you consider the amount of sugar and salt consumed each day. There is a direct causal link between the overconsumption of sugar and type 2 diabetes, prevalent particularly in the African heritage communities. It is estimated that more than 2 in 4 have either a diagnosed condition of diabetes or an undiagnosed condition of diabetes. Here in Britain, the NHS spends more than £26 billion treating people with diabetes, which is a condition for life. Too much salt in our diet disrupts the natural sodium balance in the body. This causes fluid retention, which increases the blood pressure exerted by the blood against the blood vessel walls, or high blood pressure. The potential impact of too much salt can include enlarged heart muscles, headaches, heart failure, high blood pressure, kidney disease, kidney stones, osteoporosis, stomach cancer, and strokes. Another lifetime condition. We ask that you consider the amount of carbohydrate consumed each day. Typically derived from wheat-based produce such as pasta and other related wheat-based products, and of course, root vegetables such as potatoes and the yam. And yes, I did say yams. Excess carbohydrates intake places a large metabolic load on the body. When the body constantly has high levels of blood sugars to deal with over time, this leads to weight gain, poor metabolic health, and an increased risk of heart disease. We ask you to consider the amount of fat that you consume each day. On the screen, you can see raw meat. Clearly, the red meat is meat, but the white streaks you see in the meat is fat. Our bodies need healthy fat for energy and other functions, but too much saturated fat can cause cholesterol to build up in your arteries, in other words, our blood vessels. Saturated fat raise your LDL or bad cholesterol levels. This can increase your risk of heart disease and neurological strokes. Too much fat is linked to increased risk of obesity or fatness, coronary heart disease, and certain types of cancers, such as breast and colon cancers. On the screen, you see a partially blocked arteries, mainly made up of fatty acids and other ingredients mentioned previously. The blood is being forced through the partial blockage by the heart, Another consequence is, of course, increased hypertension or high blood pressure. Examples of starchy foods include potatoes, bread, pasta, cereals, and rice. Excessive consumption of starch, scientific studies have shown, may cause insulin resistance, in other words, diabetes, may cause skin irritation, many of us will recognize as eczema, may cause gastrointestinal irritation, many of us will recognize these conditions. On the screen, you can see the examples of the consequences of our lifestyle. Excessive consumption of sugar and salt, carbohydrates, and fat and starch. You see the young lady and gentleman with the bloated shoulders, bloated chest, bloated abdomen, bloated thighs, and bloated bottoms, or buttocks in polite company. The consequence of our lifestyle. The prevalence of obesity amongst black women in the United Kingdom is significantly higher compared to the general population. Approximately 58% of black women in Britain are classified as obese. This rate is considerably higher than the average obesity rate for women across all ethnicities in the UK, which currently stand at between 30 to 32%. This is a public health emergency. The prevalence of obesity amongst black men in Britain is also notably high. Approximately 38% of black men in the UK are classified as obese. This rate is higher than the average obesity rate for men across all ethnicities in the UK, which is around 27 to 29%. This is a public health emergency. The experts recommend that we should eat fresh, untainted foods, including tomatoes and oranges, melons and beetroot, noriega and avocados, grapes and apples, lemons and cabbages, lettuce and cherries, bananas and cucumber, and pears and onions, sweet corn and pineapples, carrots and cauliflower, garlic and sweet pepper, lemons and many other fruits and vegetables, which are untainted and are good for you. The experts recommend that we should ensure that we consume between 2 to 3 litres of water per day. It does depend upon your height and your mass. You see on the screen a young man drinking his water and a young lady enjoying her water. The advice given to you about our lifestyle will not mean anything to you unless you exercise. To exercise for life. You see the young lady with her weights, pumping her weights. You see the mature gentleman running with his headphones in, with a smile on his face. You see a young lady running up and down those stairs. Oh yeah, that is real exercise. You see the young man pushing up and down with his push-ups. This is exercise. Our bodies need exercise. It is important for us always to consider our mental and spiritual health. If you have concerns about your mental health, please seek out professional advice or speak out to those you most trust. I trust that they will seek out the right advice and support for you. And of course, as human beings, we are truly spiritual entities. It is important to speak to your spiritual advisors. And I think you would agree that that is good advice. I give these advice out, these lifestyle messages out every Saturday because the health crisis in our community is a clear and present danger. Not to talk about it would be to make me culpable in the general knowledge that we must think about our health, because our health is truly our wealth. And I've been amazed and heartened by the numbers of people I come across every day who are thinking health before their monetary wealth, but their health comes first. Yeah. I've come across wonderful people who are clear that this is an issue they must take seriously. But I'm even more heartened, particularly when my own community is coming together, regardless of ethnic affiliation, yeah, religious doctrine, yeah, religious or indeed political preferences. They're coming together, regardless of social class, yeah, they're coming together, regardless of age, but recognizing working together means that you can grow together, yeah. I want to play for you an example of a group have come together in response to these messages, who have now grown together, but they are exercising together, putting their resources so they have the facilities to exercise together. I commend to you the Countdown organization. Watch them at work. Watch them exercising together.
Cheese. Famous. Hello, 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 hello. Awe, 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 awe. You get one life on leave, me self get one life on leave. Why we no go use am gladdy and enjoy the time? Palava no dey finish, time me no dey wait nobody. Now why are they try for always get am nice every day and night? This one way we all friend we safe, now nobody own. You want to eat what you want, we go down to belly, now you young. And the balance where you go die left, now all the money on. So why for the pity you say for? Tell the motor car where you let buy am. If you see finance where you collect bilam, oh. You meet up woman where you let yanam. And if you let the man na for keep am. Want them more. The food where you feel for it na for eat am. That fine la power where you let na for buy am. And tie am more. And if you baby love you back love am. But if you love them all now you na for left am. Want them more, cause nobody know what's in tomorrow all. So every day of my life tear all, I fasting enjoyment stay go. Now for land for care for yourself, nobody love you pass yourself. All man they fed for himself. Oh. Now why I know they allowed with the other man they pan take me peace away, me joy away, me smile away. Oh no make nobody take you peace away. Me joy away, me smile away. Oh no, alright. Every day. I see they also they work for the pay. They like Laboku on a small you the cage. Land for the loose body one ten. Not to money, not to gently. No more they make motor man and brother. As long as you get waiting, you they eat. Land for the loose body 110. This one way we all friend we safe, now nobody own. You want to eat what you want, we go down to belly, now you young. And the balance where you go die left, now all the money on. So I for the pity you say for. Now the motor where you let the buy em. If you see finance where you collect
social class,
you meet up woman where you let yanam.
Wide and slim,
for
come
keep
together, combinate and common purpose.
You feel for it, na for eat am. That fine la power you let na for buy am. And tie am. And if you baby love you back love am. But if you love them all now you na for left am. One time more, cause nobody know what's in tomorrow all. So every day of your life, a fasting enjoyment, stay go. Now for land, for care for yourself. Nobody love you, pass you yourself. All man, they fed for yourself. Oh. Now why I know they allowed what you other man, they can't take me peace away. Away, me joy away. Away, me smile away. Away, oh no, no make nobody take you peace away. Away, me joy away. Away, me smile away. Away, oh no, no.
Okay, let's wind this one down. Very good, very good, very good. Very, very good, huh? Very, very good, very, very good. I must say, this is very, very good. It's just a perfect example of what is possible. It's an example of what is possible. When you've got a higher purpose, that is your health, therefore you can transcend all the barriers that others create for you and come together in common aim and common purpose. Your health is truly your wealth. Soon we get on to the main theme for today's show, and that is a focus on the Ga people of Ghana. Okay, but before I get there, I just want to make sure you're all aware. If you are viewing this podcast via YouTube or Facebook, please don't forget to leave a message, or indeed you can send messages to the studio at any time throughout this transmission, indeed post-transmission as well. When this finishes, please don't forget to leave a message. I can see those messages, and if you have a message from my guest, please use that messenger facility in YouTube and Facebook. But before we get there, I did want to give a few quotations that I'll put up on the screen. And I believe this is important. Because very often in this show, I'm concerned with mindset. Yeah, the mindset of people. Okay, so I want to address the issue of mindset and quote from my most favorite international journalist at Ndidi Iwechu, okay, from Nigeria. And I just want to put it on screen. You remember what she says about us and our responsibility. Let me put it on the screen now. There you go. Given the state of Nigeria, or indeed Ghana or Africa, he said, I think people haven't yet made the mental link that they are responsible for the kind of existence they hand over to their children. Yeah, profound, isn't it? Hand over to our children. In other words, whatever we're doing now, we have to think in terms of legacy, what we hand over to our children. Yeah, it is fine being in a state of emergency. That's all well and good. A state of war. That's all well and good. But at some point, you have to prepare for the peace and growth. Okay. You see, when we get to the thinking about peace and growth, and you'll hear from Her Majesty herself about peace and growth. Okay? I emphasize that because it's a truly inspirational experience when you see people with the right mindset and are concerned with peace and growth. There's no enmity, no anger between our peoples, okay? Or what might exist is overcomable. You can overcome it through detente, negotiation, compromise. Yeah? With the correct mindset, anything is possible. That's why the health messages are so critical, because we can come together in common aim and common purpose and take care of something which is very important to us, our health. That's why I emphasize it every Saturday. I emphasize it. So if you want to contact the studio, if you want to communicate, please use the facility. Herman, I see you, and good morning to you as well. He is a truly dedicated viewer, I must say, a dedicated viewer. So that's what I want to communicate. It is possible with a correct mindset, with the correct mindset. And I hope you will contribute to the organization which I've mentioned thus far. And I mentioned, of course, the elevated mind and Doreen. Yeah. You recall her and those wonderful young people? We must give them our support. Okay. Let me put that one on the screen. There you go.